Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. For today's second video, I was going to say second video, but yesterday the second video turned into the first video after, as you may be aware, Simon had problems with his, the upload to YouTube had a sound issue that was entirely of YouTube's making and very hard for Simon to fix. I do hope you got to watch the puzzle because hour-and-a-half video, it's an amazingly clever puzzle. I mean, I do recommend it if you didn't. Anyway, I'm also quite excited by this one, to be fair. It looks very interesting to me. This is Skyscraper 2.0 by David Lyford Smith, who says he's enjoyed the channel greatly and been inspired to create, as so many people do, and more power to their elbow. That's brilliant. Now, David has decided to twist the skyscraper rule, which he likes, and there we differ, because I'm not a fan of skyscraper puzzles normally, but this does look interesting. So what he's done is he's created a 7x7, the blue part of the grid, and the green cells around the outside are skyscraper clues to the blue section. So normally in a skyscraper puzzle, you get a number outside the grid, and what you have to do is imagine that the grid contains tower blocks of the sizes given by the numbers, and then the number outside the grid says, looking in from that direction, how many of the blocks would you see based on which ones are taller behind the others. So here, the green cells are doing exactly that. So looking in from this green cell, whatever number is here, you won't see the 1 behind it. But if the number here is bigger than the one here, you'll see that. So that'll be 2 of them. If this one is then bigger than this, that'll be 3 of them, and so on. So this 4, for instance, indicates that before you get to the 9 in this column, or by the time you get to the 9, you'll have seen 4 ascending blocks, but smaller ones are hidden behind bigger ones. That's skyscraper, and this is some sort of inner skyscraper, Skyscraper 2.0. So do give it a try on the link below the video before watching my attempt. As I say, I'm not great at this rule set, so we'll see how it goes. Or I'm not great at the normal version of it, but I'm going to try it now, so let's get cracking. Well, one thing I noticed, and this is a great tip, if you're stuck with where to start, just explain the rules as if to somebody else. This cell, I think I can fill in immediately, because the 9 has to be the highest cell in the row or column. That's looking straight in at this, which must be lower than a 9, and then hitting this. It will never see any blocks behind it, so it must be a 2 there. Whereas the other side, goodness only knows. Well, actually, we do know it can't be 1, 2, or 4. So it could be 3 or 5. I mean, the 1, 2, or 4 by obviously ordinary Sudoku. But it could see 5 different tower blocks. 1, 3, 6, 7, 9, say. That would be possible. Where else can we go in this puzzle for something nice and quick? He said, losing hope of doing that. Don't say I'm going to have to work on this 3 or 5 straight away. Wow, I don't know quite where to go next. Right, this one. Okay, this one is seeing an 8 on its 3rd go. And it's got a green cell opposite. Now, I think it's going to be important. Normally in a skyscraper, you see a 9 on the perimeter, like here. You would know the clue outside the puzzle has to be a 1. And although that works that way round this time, i.e. if this was a 9, this would have to be a 1. It doesn't work the other way around. If this was a 1, this wouldn't have to be a 9 because the 9 could be there. So I'm going to have to bear that in mind. But in this row, it's great because this can't be a 9. The maximum these green cells can be is 7 because they're only looking at a 7x7 block. So this must see a 9 somewhere in the row, and it's either here, no it can't be because that can't be a 1, so the 9 could be here or it could come after the 8. If it's here, this is a 2. If it comes after the 8, Well, it could be 3 or 4, but we've already got a 4 in the box, so that's 2 or 3. Doesn't unfortunately tell us where the 9 is. If this is a 2, the 9 is here. But if it's a 3, this is bigger than this, and then the 9 comes either here or here. But the 9 does not come here because there is a green cell here and it's not 1. So 9 is... I was going to say, what about 9 there? And that doesn't work again, because this must be bigger than the 1 and yet smaller than 9. This would have to be 2, and we've already placed the 2 there. So that's ruled out of being a 9. That is 2. We can now place the 9 here, and that's a 2. That wasn't simple to do, I didn't think. Sorry if you did, but you may be better at this stuff than I am. 2, 9, 8, 1, 3. Now, what else? Oh, well, this now. Oh, not so good. But we do know it's not a 1 or a 2. The maximum is tower, say that was a 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. So 5 is the maximum. That's 3, 4, or 5. And what do we know about 9s? Because they are useful digits. Okay, yes, in this box, where's the 9 going to go? That's quite interesting, actually. Sorry about that. The 9 can't go here because of that 9. The 9 can't go in one of those because of this 9. It can't go here because of that rule that these greens can never be more than 7. So it's in one of these 2 cells. And it can't be here because that would be a 1. So we can place it. Then we have 9 in one of these 2. Not sure which one. 9 must be somewhere down here. That's not necessarily very helpful. 6, 9, 1, 6, 9, 4, 5, 8. This is a naked single. 8, 4, 5, 9, 6 in the row, 1, 7 in the column, 2 there. And naked singles are perhaps more dangerous in a world of tower blocks than elsewhere. Now, which of these is the 1? It's not there, so one of them is a 1. That is 2 or 7. 1, 2 or 7 there. 8, 3, 4, 2, 9. Right, 1 and 7 there. These are 5 and 6. 1 and 7 go here. Nice. 7. Yes, where's 7 going to go in this box? 7 there rules out all of those. That 7 rules out that. This clearly isn't a 7, so 7 is now here. And that fixes the whole of row 5. 5, 1, 2, 8. And most of that recently has been Sudoku, so I've been a bit more comfortable than by considering skyscraper stuff. Now, the 9, it could be there. Could this be as many as 5? Again, it can't be 1 or 2. So 3, 4, or 5. And this one, 3, 4, or 5 as well. Ooh, so they've got to be yeah, but the 9s could be there and there, so that does still admit them both to be high numbers. Now, what else can we find? 2 and 2. Oh, look at this. 9 and 9. Where's 9 going in box 2? Well, it's not in any of those cells by Sudoku, and we know it's not in the green cells because they can never be as even 8, let alone 9. So 9 is now in one of those 2 cells, and whichever one it is has a 1 in the green cell, which feels like a great deduction but doesn't actually help us. But anyway, it puts 1 in one of those 2. So 9 is either there and there. It's in some sort of X-wing pattern here. 3, 1, 2, 9, 8, 5. These are selected from 4, 7, and 6. They're the only numbers that can fit here. Don't know anything more about... Oh, this 4. I should have studied that. Right, 9 can't be there in column 2 because of this 9. And it clearly can't be there because of that clue. So it's obviously here, which puts a 1 next to it. Now something there, then this one, then this one, then this one, and they've got to be in that order. So it's 5, then 6. And we've only got 2 and 8 left to place. This has to be lower than the 5. Perfect. 2, 2, and look, 2 here, 2 and there and there, I mean. So in this box, just like the 1s, 2s has to be in the green cells. In fact, sorry, we've got a 2 there. So that was much more straightforward than that. 1, 1, one of these is a 1. Now the 1 goes with the 9. We worked that out earlier. Let's not forget that now. The 2, oh yes, this is now a 9. 9, 5, 8, 1, 2. 4 must be in one of these two. 6 is in one of these two. 7's in one of these two. And 3's in one of those two. So let's take 7 out of there, 6 out of there. Fill in all the candidates because that might help. Doesn't really help much with these clues, knowing that there's a 6 in there and a 7 in there. 8, 8 though, actually I could have seen this ages ago because they're both givens. 8 is in one of those two cells, yes. So what can this be? Well, if 8 was there, that would be a 2. So forget 8 being there. 8 is here, and that makes the green cell a 3. And that fixes the whole of this 4-pointer around there. So box 5 is done. This is a 5 because of the 4 down here. Let's check this 4 works. 5, 7, 8, 9. This 3 must work because that's lower than 8, then 8, then 9. That is in fact a 2 because it's the last one left in the row. And this is going fine now. I was nervous of the skyscraper and I shouldn't have been. It's a really nice puzzle. To get, I have a feeling that to get 11 possible green cells around this sort of grid takes doing. So well done to David for his grid construction. 1, 4 and 3 here in some order. So we don't have a skyscraper clue to help. But not to worry, I'm sure we'll figure this one out. Ah, that 1 for ages has been telling me how to disambiguate 7 and 1. Now, can we do this? No, not really, because this could be bigger than those and make it a 3. Or it could still build up 7, 8, 9 or 6, 8, 9. It's not quite the last skyscraper clue. Maybe this one is. And the 9 is only 3 away, so this is a 2 or a 3. And that's not very helpful. Right, 4, 4, 4. I can place a 4. And I can place another 4. And I think all 4s are placed once I put that one in. 7, 4, 9, 2, 2, 3, 6, 4. So I've done all the skyscraper clues except these two. I don't want to have to work on this one just on its own because it seems to have a lot of possibilities. 9, 7, 8, 1, 4. This is a 5, 8, 7 triple, which is not very valuable to me, but nonetheless. What about this column? 7, 7, maybe 7 is in one of those two. Just like 9, 3, 4. Or maybe there's some skyscraper clue that I filled in and not worked on. Yes, there it is, just like that. 2 has decided which way around those two go. So 7 must be before 6, so it only sees the 7 before the 9. Now, coming along here, it could still be 5 there, 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. No, it couldn't, because that would need 7 there. How pretty. Oh yes, 7 in the row basically must be there, and that makes the clue a 3. So this is 8. We've worked out the 5, 8 pair in box 2. 8 in row 2 is there. Surely we are on the home straight now. 4, 2, 8, 1, 7, no, not quite. 9 in the top row is there. 5, 3 and 6, that's a naked single 5. Still can't do the 3 and 6, which is irritating. Oh, that's a naked single 1. 8, 7, 9 down here. Yes, I can do those based on the 9, 7, 8 and the 9. That puts a 7 here, which sorts out this triple. 8, 5, 3 and 6 to place. Can't do it. Oh, am I going to have to come to this clue after all? I probably am. And why not? 2 or 3 though. Now hang on, this is a 6, isn't it? Because I've only got 6 and 5 to put in the row. So I can finish the top row now with a 6 and a 3. That finishes column 1 with a 6. We've got 2, 3 and 5 in that this last skyscraper. Let's just put in the candidates. Oh no, not candidates. 3 and 1. That 3 makes that a 5, and that does sort the last skyscraper because this has to be lower, so it's a 3 clue with a 2 there. What a lovely puzzle. 6 here, 5 and 2, and that is skyscraper 2.0. That's really nice. I mean, as I say, I'm not a genius at skyscraper puzzles, so you could well have been able to see through the logic there much better than I can. But I really like the idea. I really like the execution. Nice puzzle. Thank you very much to David for sending that. Hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic, but bye for now.